Hello, welcome to another episode of Black Ice 73. I am Black Ice 73. Oh man, that done Steve Bannon. Come on, Steve. Hey, I'd like to welcome y'all to the world's largest Monopoly game. Yeah, Steve Bannon and the rest of President Trump friends are playing Monopoly and hoping to get this get out of jail free card every time they mess up. For the people who don't know what I'm talking about, Steve Bannon, he used to work for the president in the White House. Now his little stupid self done got arrested along with two other guys. They ain't mentioned the two other guys' names, but they mentioned Steve Bannon because he used to work for the president. They out there, when they were talking about people were talking about they're gonna raise money to help build a wall to separate Texas and Mexico, or separate the Mexico border with the United States border. Steve Bannon, little stupid self, they don't scam the people out their money. Steve Bannon and his crew, I think they said they had raised like $17 million through GoFundMe. But the people at GoFundMe said, hey, we don't know what y'all about to do with this money. And they canceled that jump. So Steve Bannon, they like, shit, I got another scheme for you. So they start raising up what they called Build a Wall Fund. Steve Bannon said, I got you. We good. Steve Bannon and his crew, it wasn't good. Early this morning, on August the 20th, Steve Bannon and two other guys were arrested for scamming. And he also used some of the money. He was using the money they were raising to bring into Steve Bannon foundation that he created just for himself. So he used $1 million of that money for juries, boats. Got done. He used to remodel his house. Steve Bannon was out here on wilding. Steve Bannon was doing it up. But, I don't want to speak for Steve Bannon, but if I call the president my friend, and I seen what he did for the rest of these cats, some who get bailed out of jail, some don't even make it to jail, some get out because of, they said, the coronavirus. Steve Bannon said, hey, we good. Hey, I know the president. I used to work for him. So, sun go down, he got our back. Steve Bannon, the president, is in an election year this year. I know when he freed old boy early this year, it was an election year. But right now, it's 3 months from doing president election. And you don't went in and got your little stupid self in trouble by scanning people. And the president can't bail you out right now. If they don't give you no bail, Steve, you're going to have to sit there, buddy. You're going to have to sit there. The president ain't going to be able to say, hey, I pardon him. President like, nope, I got to deal with Joe Biden and Harris. Kamala. Like Camilla? I think it's Camilla or Kamala. Camilla. It's something like that. I think it's Camilla. He said, I got to deal with them two right now. Steve, you're just going to have to go in there and, chill up inside New York State Prison or New York jail. And just sit there for a little while, buddy. I got other things. So, and then you better hope you've been charged, Steve, or been arrested or been sentenced to prison before the president. If he lose the election, you better hope you've been sentenced already if he can pardon you as he going out the door. Steve Bannon, you stupid this time, man. You real stupid. Don't you know, especially when it comes to these foundations and all that kind of stuff like this, and when people see that you all haven't did anything with the money they don't raise, And about 2 years ago, they're gonna like, hey, where the money at? And some of the people who donated to you all might have some political power themselves. Like nothing ain't happened. We need to get an investigation. So they investigated your butt, Steve. You and the other two people. Y'all got arrested, man. Got done, Steve Bannon. What a fall from grace, people. Oh, I'd like to know. You're working in the White House. Okay. If you dirty, don't never work for the White House. Okay. Every day, I don't care you work for them, or you still working for them, or you work for them in the past. Don't work for the White House, people. Because everything you do gonna be scrutinized. They're gonna look at everything. Everything. Steve Bannon, especially you. You've been so vocal, man, running your mouth, talking about them this and them that, and this and that, stepping on toes. And you out here dirty, Steve. Steve, you dirty, man. Can't be dirty and talk shit. You gotta eat. You gotta do either one or the other one. You gonna talk shit or be dirty and be quiet. You gotta be one of the two. So you out here talking shit. People like, you motherfucker talking shit all the time. I want to see what's going on with Steve. Isn't he out here embezzling money? Oh, we're gonna send him. Go get Steve. Arrest him. He embezzling money. I'm telling y'all, listen to me. You can't talk shit and be dirty at the same time. It kind of like, you know how the drug dealer was in the 90s and the 80s? You go out there and sell drugs. Instead of being quiet, they go ahead and get the necklaces and get the darn car with the biggest rims on it and ride around town or ride around the city every darn day, not doing nothing. This Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon is the darn drug dealer from the 90s and the early 2000s who walked around like he was Nito Brown, calling the people out there doing money, talking about he better help build a wall. Steve Bannon, trust me, United States government do not need y'all people to raise money to help build a wall, because that's why they got legislation. They can pass it as President Trump did on his own, start building the wall with the United States military. So Steve Bannon said, y'all want to make some money? I know how to make some money. We're going to go out here. We're going to tell these darn people, because you know you got to have some people just a little bit racist. I ain't saying Steve Bannon racist, but you got to have a little racist mindset to say, I'm about to donate some money so I can help build a wall between me and Mexico. They ain't thinking about building a wall between the United States and Mexico. They thinking about building a wall between them and Mexico. And then you know Steve Bannon might have said, if we build the wall, it's going to help keep Al-Qaeda out. It's going to help keep ISIS out. Come on, people. Donate to the cause. And let's build this wall. God done, Steve. You going to do a foundation like that, you got to at least build an acre of wall. You got to build an acre to tell the people, we have ran out of money. Y'all know how big an acre is. An acre ain't that big unless you're pushing a lawnmower. Unless you're doing a push lawnmower, an acre is pretty big then. But you got to build an acre of wall, ain't that long. I'm telling you, that's all you had to do, Steve. I'm not a manipulator. I'm not a con artist. But I know you got to put some wood in the ground to let the people know that you're building something. But Steve don't like, no, we ain't gonna do nothing. We ain't gonna build an acre of fence. We ain't gonna even get no doing the picket fence where they said you want a dog and a picket fence. He ain't even build a picket fence, people. He ain't even get two stakes, put them together. He ain't even use a nail. He don't even know what Home Depot now look like. He ain't even go in there and try to get no doing 2x4s or nothing. Steve Bannon like, shit, that easy? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start spending this money. They ain't asked for it yet. Steve, all you had to do is, I'm telling you, all y'all corners out here, all y'all people who is have a future in criminal activities, scamming people. If you're gonna collect some money for someone, at least show them that you're trying to do it. That's all Steve had to do. All Steve had to do is say, unfortunately, we can't build anymore because the construction costs, labor costs, the material. We can't build no more money. We can't build no more wall. If he had said that, Steve wouldn't be in trouble now. All he had to do, I'm telling you, all he had to do like an acre and a half, and said they ran out of money. But now Steve knows so damn stupid. They won't even build. I'm telling you, they won't even get a shovel and scooped up in some dirt. That's how stupid they was. They won't even get a shovel, like saying, I'm out here doing it myself. Nope, not Steve now. Steve, I'm like, I work for the president. You know, he was the former White House advisor. Former White House advisory don't mean nothing when you're not one now. I know. Sometimes you just look at the article, you just like, damn, President Trump picking some wrong people when he started off. I see why he got rid of these people. Because these people were stupid. You don't get rid of smart people. You get rid of stupid people. And Steve Bannon showing that he wasn't no stupid people. God darn. I never seen, you know how they said in sports, I never seen nobody fall from grace so fast. I never seen nobody really fall from grace. I ain't talking about sports. I'm talking about in real life. I never seen nobody fall from grace that fast. You going from doing, he was a radio host or radio talk show before you start working in the White House. He went from that junk, a conservative money maker, raiser or whatever, unto a advisor to the president. Then you go out. I think he was working in the magazine. I guess he said, the magazine money ain't fast enough. They scam these people. Damn, Steve Bannon. It's a shame, man. I'm going to reach out some of this article. Let's say this former White House advisor, Steve Bannon, was arrested Thursday on charges that he and 3 other ripped off donors to an online fundraiser scam, Rebuild the Wall. The charges was an indictment unsealed in Manhattan federal court. It's a federal prosecutor alleged that Bannon and 3 others orchestrated of scams to defund hundreds of thousands of donors in the connection with the online crowdfunding campaign that raised more than $25 million to build a wall along the southern border of the United States. I'm telling y'all, all you had to do is put 2 posts in the ground or build a doing privacy wall like you have in your your backyard, and said you ran out of money. That's all you had to do. No, Steve Bannon, not too sorry. They said a phone at the office of Bannon lawyer went unanswered Thursday morning. They said a spokeswoman for Bannon did not immediately respond to the request for comments. People, you can't be stupid and be a criminal. You can't. You're going to be a criminal, you got to go in there with a plan or something. You got to go in there like, hey, y'all, what would happen if this take place? What can we do just in case? How can we cover our behind? They weren't thinking that far. They weren't thinking what they can do to cover their behind. They were thinking about what they can do to make more money off the people. I'm telling y'all, I'm not a criminal. But if I was a criminal, I would put more thought into doing my crime. I'm just saying, I would put more thought into doing my crime. You just can't go in there and like, hey, I'm gonna raise money and don't answer the people. Listen, some of the money instead of but some of the money was used for luxury cars, home renovations, cost. God, I can't. He did surgery, plastic surgery, in a 2019 boat. It's a Jupiter Marine boat named Warfire. Let's say 3 other wars indicted along with Bannon on Thursday. The campaign funders and the Triple Air Force veteran Brian Coolidge, he's a colorful businessman, Andrew and Timothy. They said, as alleged, the defendants defrauded hundreds of thousands of donors, capitalized on their interest in funding in the border wall to raise millions of dollars. This is under the false pretense that all that money would be spent on conscription. Like I just told you, you had to build a 3-acre wall or 2-acre wall and say you ran out of money. That's all you had to do. They had to just show that they were building something. They would have got away with it. Don't joke it and show nothing. Let's say Audrey, acting U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, said in a statement. They said the GoFundMe border wall ordered to stop building because they didn't have the right paperwork. Bannon 66 is the latest Trump world figure to be targeted by prosecutors in the Southern District of New York. Coming after the 2018 arrest and the prosecution of Trump Fisher Mike, his lawyer, Michael Cohen, and the Trump personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani. Yeah. He is the 7th Trump association to be criminal charged during the Trump administration. Told you. President Trump said, y'all are stupid, man. I got to get rid of y'all. You know, he heard it through the grapevine. The grapevine said, you people are stupid. They said he was arrested off the coast of Connecticut on Thursday morning aboard a mega yacht. Steve Bannon is so bad. He got arrested on a mega yacht named Lady May, owned by a fugitive. Steve Bannon, he associated with criminals. They say the boat was owned by a fugitive Chinese billionaire. The feds are also probing a media company launched by the Bannon and Bannon after it raised more than $300 million in a private offering this spring. They raised $300 million just this spring. You know some shit dirty, man. Somebody trying to take over Jeffrey Epstein business and they ain't know how to do it. You see, they ain't never get Jeffrey Epstein for money laundering or fraud or none of that stuff. He just got because he was nasty. These people, they're looking into, they made $300 million in a private offering this spring. The Wall Street Journal reported on Wednesday. God, where all this money coming from, people? I thought we were in a recession or something. How these people making millions of dollars? Like this producer, this rap producer, he was bragging just the other day online tonight. He made $1 million just doing beats. Where all this money coming from if we in a recession? That's crazy. The person last name Colford, who received the Purple Heart after he was injured in the Iraq War in 2004, he started the We Build a Wall campaign in late 2018 to raise money to help President Trump much hyped wall on the U.S. and Mexico border. He promised donors that he wouldn't be paid a cent, insisting at Wall Street, a Washington Post interview, that he was merely fed up with political gains from both parties. They said the campaign exploded in popularity, raising $17 million in the first week. But as question was asked about how the money would be managed, GoFundMe dropped the campaign and Bannon was brought on. So the dude couldn't answer the question for GoFundMe. So he had to bring in old cricket Steve Bannon. Say, hey, Steve, I got the money up. We can do it. No, man. I ain't saying he guilty of proven innocent. I'm saying he innocent until proven guilty. The dude, Steve Bannon. It looked nasty for Steve Bannon, buddy. They said within days, Bannon and Boasty, a business associate with the insanely checker pass, another person with a checker pass, came in with Steve, had been taking on the day-to-day room renters. Just came in like, little real criminals do this. So they came to take over the day-to-day renting. They set up a nonprofit organization called We Build a Wall, Inc. See, Steve Bannon had to, I'm telling you, Steve Bannon had the good idea and he knew how to do it. Just didn't follow through on nothing. It says stack is bordered with a mega world. This is including former Kansas Secretary of State Chris Colbert, former Milwaukee Sheriff David Clark, and former baseball pitcher Kurt Serling, Blackwater founder Eric Prince, the brother of Trump Education Secretary Bestie, and he was also on the board. The campaign earned praises from Donald Trump Jr., who sold signs and copies of his book to raise money for the campaign. They said this private enterprise at its finest, doing it better, faster, cheaper than anything else. What you guys are doing is amazing, Trump Jr. said in a testimony on the project website, which was still live on Thursday. Man, damn President Trump. They're throwing your son in there now. That's in January 2019, an interview with the New York Times. Kopich said he told the president about the project, and the Trump had replied, "The project had my blessing, and you can tell the media that." Damn. See, God darn. That man didn't have to tell the New York Times that. They said, but on Thursday, Trump distanced himself from the project. He said, "I didn't like it. It was showboating," he told reporters, adding that Bannon arrest was sad. It sounded like the same thing he said about Jesseline when she got arrested. It's just sad. The prosecutor said Bannon, rolled by lawyers for the nonprofit with conflicts of interest, provision, and compensation restriction, precluding insiders like Colgate from misappropriation donor funds. They repeatedly said in donor solicitation, public statement, social media press, the press appearance that all money donations to the campaign go directly to the wall, not any one pocket. Though represented was false, the indictment said. They said instead of directing all the money to private construction of the wall, Bannon alleged came up with a secret agreement to pay Colbert $100,000 upfront and $20,000 per month, according to the communication including the indictment. That damn Bannon. I think Bannon would have got away with it. He just too many people in this party. They sent a text message obtained by the prosecutor told Bannon that public permission of being paid nothing would drive donations and become the most talked about millionaire ever, and because it remove all self-interest taint and give a sainthood. There's a Colbert told more than 300 Wait, COVID took more than $350,000 in funds that he used to pay his own personal expenses, including, among other purposes, home. He put some money in his home, payment toward a boat, a luxury SUV, a golf cart, jewelry, cosmetic surgery, the personal tax payment, and credit card debt. The indictment said, adding that the boat was named Warfare. Warfire. There's a Bannon thought a separate nonprofit organization under his control received over $1 million that he used to pay for hundreds of thousands of dollars in personal expenses and secretly paid COVID. The document led. They could conceal the payments to themselves. The four men alleged devised a scam to route donations to Bannon nonprofit and the shell company under she control. Prosecutor said they used fake invoices and sham vendors arrangement, like paying corporate through fake invoices and his spouse labeled as media, the document alleged. See, people, while y'all here condemning people who want to sell their EBT card money, or people out here doing little other petty things, y'all want to commit, y'all want to just look down on them. You got people like this who are here scamming people out of hundreds of millions of dollars. You heard the total I said they scammed for $300 million and had put one stick in the ground. So the next time you look at somebody who homeless, who asking you for some change, and you just sit there and snitch your nose at them. No, you need to look at them people who don't scam people out of $300 million on use millions of dollars and hundreds of thousands of dollars for cosmetic surgery and buying boats. Those are the people you need to look at all crooked eyed. Because the people who on the side of the road collecting change, they're not gonna be no 100 millionaire. They're not gonna be that 100 millionaire. Let's say she who has been involved in early stages of fundraising alleged used the shell company to receive money from Rebuild the Wall Inc. for service like social media and funding. It's on by October 2019. The men suspected they was under a criminal investigation, so they subscribed to the fundraising website of any mentions of any taking of salaries and start testing via encrypted apps. The document said. They said their promised wall was a flop too. They said 500,000 fences were on private land near El Paso, but government officials said the group permission was either incomplete or non-existent. Inspector was turned away when they tried to visit the site, and the project encroached on federal land. The group's only other section of the wall, a 3-mile, 42 million square foot of fence, the Lamborghini of the border wall by the builders had shown signs of erosion after just months. Bannon was taken into federal custody in New York on Thursday and will appear before the federal court in the Southern District of New York. Colford, 38, and Bellotto, 56, will appear in federal court in Florida, and she, 49, will appear before the federal judge in Colorado. They said just days before his arrest, Coker was still touting the fundraiser on his Instagram and Twitter, claiming he just pulled it from GoFundMe and moved it to another platform because GoFundMe support Black Lives Matter. Man, that was a lot of reading, people. There's still some more stuff to read. But the bottom line is, you just can't go out there conning people out of their money. All you had to do is say, I don't know. I don't know what to say. You just, if they never had put down, we're not gonna pay us out of that, you might would have got away with it too. But they lied about that part. They lied about a whole lot of stuff. Plus, they picked on too many damn people. You can't go out there. I told you, you're gonna be dirty. You got to be quiet. You can't be go out there being like, oh, I got the biggest rim with the loudest music, and I got a whole bunch of dope in my back of my trunk. Steve Bannon, y'all had too much damn dope in y'all trunk, and y'all talking all this drunk. God damn it. It's a long-standing association with Bannon has a colorful past as he alleged borrowed $12,500 from a Gambino crime family associated, and then wore a wire for the feds to take down the loan shark. He was also accused of sexual assault by 3 women in 2006, 2009, and 2010. He alleged met 2 of the women on the Sugar Daddy website. He and Bannon has business ties stretched back from 2003. These cases should serve as a warning to other forgeries that no one is above the law, not even a disabled war veteran or a millionaire politician strategist. I guess they thought they were doing Pastor Troy. All my brothers are above the law. God done. Steve Bannon, you got Steve Bannon just stay in trouble, people. If he this time, I ain't saying he guilty, but he guilty like he guilty. They got him on wiretap. Steve Bannon better pray that the president get reelected. If he don't get reelected, Steve Bannon gonna spend all the rest of his 60 years plus life in prison. Because they ain't gonna do like Trump lawyer with his stupid self. He had got out because what's his name? Michael? He had got out because they said he was scared of COVID-19. Then he ended up got caught. Because he's supposed to be scared of COVID-19, so he's supposed to be at home. His little stupid self got caught having dinner out in public, and they arrested his stupid self again. Like, dude, you just say you want to get out of prison because you was scared of COVID-19. Now you're in public having dinner. He back in jail. Steve Bannon in jail. Justine Maxwell in jail. People, 2020 is the year of the so-called rich getting locked up. With this COVID-19 going on, prosecutors and a lot of people got a lot of time on their hand to look at these doing cases now. There's a lot of mega rich people got locked up in 2020. And it's not over with. It won't Bill Clinton. But that lady had came out saying Bill was on Jeffrey Epstein Island. They want him. But Bill, he covered, I think. There's a lot of darn rich people. You're not being saved by their money. I get their time is running up in these secret organizations. They're trying to replace no old heads and bring in some fresh meat. Damn. Hey, thank you for watching the video. Thank y'all for putting up with my first 11 minutes of just talking crazy. But I be talking crazy, but I be talking, Thank you. Thank you for watching this video, people. If you're down here in the southeast, be careful. Because I think it's scared to have some thunderstorm. All you people who ain't used to the heat, make sure y'all drink this water. I know I say it all the time in my video. Y'all make sure y'all drink the water, man. Stay hydrated. Drink more water than you drink soda and beer. Drink some water, people. Being dehydrated is terrible. You be sick, feel like you got to regurgitate, you got to lay around, drink some water. I hope you all have a great day. If you haven't subscribed to us, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the share button, and hit the like button. Good Lord willing, I'll see y'all again Monday, because the weekend is coming up fast and I got to take my black butt to work. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later. Don't forget, people, drink water.